Hello everyone, welcome back to channel. So here is our new series, The Flying Colors, and the first episode is with Dr. Aasim Husain, all the way from Hyderabad. So please watch out the interview till end. So hello everyone, welcome to Alpha Medicine Vlogs. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. So my name is Prabhav Raval, currently studying in MD third year in University of Perpetual Health System Delta, Philippines. So today's our guest is Dr. Aasim Husain, all the way from Hyderabad, who just cleared FMGE this December 2021 with a huge milestone of 172 marks, and that's a huge achievement. So first of all, congratulations to you, Dr. Aasim Hussain. And
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
and please tell something, like give some introduction about you to our audience.
Thank you, Prabhu, for giving me this opportunity for sharing my thoughts. Guys, I am Dr. Aasim Husain, and I have recently cleared my FMGE in December 2021 with a score of 172 out of 300. And yeah, as you said, Prabhu, it was a very great feeling and a very big achievement. And finally, I am done with this. It was very good that to know that I cleared it in the very first attempt.
Okay, so doctor, what was your feeling when you just heard that FMG result was out, and what was your family
Yeah,
reaction at the same time?
actually, we all were fasting that day because we knew that 31st, actually, the date of the result was 31st.
Yeah.
But then students were messaging in the groups that I think result is out. And then finally, some guy, gave the entire PDF of the result. So my hands were trembling, and I started sweating because it was very, I started panicking actually,
Okay.
because finally the moment came, and we all were waiting for these many days. But then, by God's grace, I saw my result, and then I was very, very happy, and especially my mother and my father also. My mother also, I started crying almost because, it is emotional burst, which we call when we see, something very surprising or very good.
Yeah,
So
it's
I was
like
very happy, and
yeah, it's like
yeah,
dream comes true like that.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it was a very good feeling.
So can you please tell our viewers that which college you studied from, and in which country, and all the things that your past and all.
Guys, I studied in Philippines from University of Perpetual Health System Delta, and it was a very good experience. The I graduated on June 24, 2019. So 5 years until then, it was a very good experience. I used to like the locals over there. They are very hospitable, and there is no language issue in Philippines also, and the climate is almost equal to India. You can easily adapt to it, and people are also very friendly over there, and there is no such issue of any availability of food or basic needs of a student. So you don't need to worry about it. It's a very good place.
Okay, doctor, that sounds very good. So, can you explain like what was your strategy when you just entered in MBBS first year and then followed by second year, and how can you differentiate that from internship, which was your last year in UPHSD?
Yeah, actually, we were surprised when we entered first year. We were not, accustomed to the atmosphere of multiple choice questions when the passing percentage was 60%.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, it might be easy. But then when we started writing our long exams, so it was a disaster for all of us. And then we slowly realized, and we rectified our mistakes, and then we started improving. And then slowly, I think time passed, and slowly we progressed. About the final year it was very different because entirely everything was practical, and it was a very different experience. Okay, you read from books, but then you see a patient lying in front of you, in emergency or a trauma center, or he is admitted in your hospital, and then you are accompanying your consultant or your doctor, and he is explaining to you about the condition of the patient. So that is a very different experience. Obviously, if you study hard, then you will catch up with that.
Actually, doctor, as we know that some college have like theory based studies, and some college with practice. Here in Philippines also some college are like that only. In perpetual also they just allow us in the very first year of MBBS on the cadavers and all. But I heard from some of my friends who studied in Russia, and they used to just on dummy, like so. Can you just like differentiate like Philippines from other countries on based on these
Yeah,
practical knowledge and or theoretical knowledge?
in terms of practical knowledge, I think 2 or 3 times we had anatomy practicals, and at first the specimens or the cadavers were not that good, but then special another batch of specimens came. The sections of brain and kidneys that were in very good condition, and so studying on that was easy. And I don't know the cadavers were preserved properly or not, but they were in a sort of average kind of condition. So, but overall the practical experience is also good. But we need to more improvise on theory as well as practical knowledge also.
So I just want to ask you the universal question, like how many hours of study, hard work, patience and dedication took you to just clear out FMG in very first attempt?
Yeah, for FMG, I think I used to study maybe 14, sometimes 14 hours or sometimes 16 hours. I used to sleep for 4 to 5 hours because I took admission into an institute. The name of the institute is Arise Medical Academy in Hyderabad. And the classes were very long. The classes were almost up to 10 hours and sometimes 12 hours also. And then coming back home and revising those concepts, getting a hold of those concepts. That's why. See, and it is a matter of 6 months, okay? You have 6 months to prepare and then you have an attempt. So, guys, whoever is preparing for this FMG June 2022, please sacrifice everything, whatever your disturbances are, social media, friends and everything. Be completely underground. Be completely dedicated towards, clearing this June attempt. And just have faith in yourself, focus on your studies, and definitely you will crack this June attempt. Please don't lose hope, and don't be deviated towards any negative thoughts, anything on social media, change of the pattern of the exam or anything. Have faith in yourselves and please study hard, guys.
Okay, doctor. So I heard that name Arise Academy, which you just now coined in front of me. Like, so basically, I heard many names like Mero and prepladder and everything like Mist and also. आप क्या बताना चाहोगे इनके बारे में कि आपने क्या मेरो लिया था या प्रेप लिया था या फिर मीस से तैयारी की थी बिफोर गोइंग इंडिया, लाइक कि आप इसको कैसे डिफरेंशिएट करोगे?
Prepladder I use the online platform of Prepladder, and I personally feel that Prepladder is very useful for preparing for FMG. But at the same time, Marrow, Mist, and other platforms or other institutions, they are doing their very best in teaching students to crack FMG exam. Few faculty names I know from Marrow who are very good, like Dr. Rohan Khandelwal from surgery, and Dr. Amit Gupta from Mist. And Dr. Rajiv Dhawan from NIST also, he teaches ENT. And, so it is not that, there is a competition between these platforms, but they are just making life of the FMG aspirants easier, and they are teaching them in such a way so that students find it easy to score in the exam, and students are mentally prepared for anything that happens during the exam day. So, personally, I used Prepladder and I find it, very useful for FMGE, and few subjects that I studied before, taking admission into the institute and in Philippines is especially internal medicine by Dr. Deepak Marwa. I think almost all of you have heard his name, and you guys are studying also. And I personally recommend that faculty for internal medicine. He is very good, and you guys can choose. But please study hard. You guys can choose any platform. All of them are good. I use prepladder for this FMGE exam.
एंड डॉक्टर यू नो लाइक कि एक बात बनी हुई है सबके मन में कि वी विल टेक मेरो लाइक after internship and all, like before going India in 6 months of duration we can take mirror prepladder whatever we want and we just clear out FMG. तो ये कंफ्यूजन है सबके मन में कि हम 6 महीने या 8 महीने पहले ले लेंगे और फिर हम 5 से 6 घंटा पढ़ के, क्योंकि मेरे पास भी बहुत सारी इस टाइप की क्वेरीज आ चुकी है तो मैं इसको क्लियर आउट करना चाहता हूँ.
हाँ देखो, अगर if you are having internship which is online, okay, but you still have work on that, you will have SGDs and many other things to do, so it is like you can't concentrate on two things at the same time. If you are purchasing any online platform to study for FMG, then you have to focus on specifically for that thing, okay. But still some students are trying to prepare like that. I will not discourage them. Give it your best. If you can do proper time management, I suggest please go ahead. And if it will be very good that you are able to manage two things at a time, your clerkship also and you are studying also 5 to 6 hours a day for your FMG. And if you find it helpful and if you are not tired about anything, so please go ahead guys. And if you are very enthusiastic, then you can start studying in your clerkship also, because my advice is the earlier you start, the better result you have. And you will get a hold of concepts easily.
Yeah, that's a like good advice to our viewers, like those who want to just clear out FMG, they can just take an idea from you, like the conversation we are having now. So going to the next question, like as you know, like the PG is going to be the PG exam in 2022 is going to be on the March, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So March. So what is your strategy now? Like you are joining another hospitals now after getting license or temporary license, or like you will just prepare for PG and clear out it?
No, my main priority is to prepare for PG, but then there are few doubts also that that I am eligible for giving PG this year or not, and about my internship, because I think in every state there is a medical council.
Yeah.
So they will have some set of rules and regulations. They will have to approve your internship which you have done in a foreign university, and if it is approved, so you don't have to do one more year in India. Okay. And you can directly start studying for PG. But then if you have to do internship, then please start the enrollment and do internship, and then you will be eligible for PG exam. So that's it currently. But now I am studying for PG, and let's hope for the best. And under the circumstances of this pandemic and everything, things will be delayed, and I think according to the sources and recently which I have heard, this attempt may get postponed because of this lockdown and everything. So we will hope for the best, that things should go very smoothly.
Okay, so doctor, like nowadays the competition level is so much high, like everyone is like is too much in studies and everything, like extra curricular activities and all. So what do you prefer, like what is your branch you need after PG, like?
Yeah, I personally, my choice was cardiology. I made my mind for cardiology when when my medicine was started. Like I was just fascinated about heart and everything related to heart. So but then I realized that getting into cardiology, you have to work really hard in NEET, PG or any other competitive exam, and you have to score very good marks, because that field is very difficult, and it is not easy to get admission into that branch. So yeah, I just hope I really work hard, and there is some help from God, so that I crack this NEET PG and I get into cardiology.
And can you just want to give one advice to our viewers, like some believe in luck only and some believe in only like bad luck and all. some have like myths in their mind regarding the mind setup regarding that bad luck and good luck and all. So if you want to clear out that.
No, guys, I believe that if you work really hard, okay, and if you have faith in yourself, your parents, your relatives, your friends will support you, and you just believe, be positive and believe that everything good will happen, because you know you have worked really hard, and it will reflect on your result, okay, on the exam day, or you know, when the result will be declared, whether it is FMGE or any other competitive medical exam. Please have positive thoughts and avoid all kinds of negative thoughts, okay? Please avoid negative people who try to discourage you and, you know, who try to deviate you from your goal. I understand there are many people, you know, in your friend circle or among your relatives or anything. It happens, it is a very common thing. Please avoid them, and you just focus on what your goal is and have faith in yourself, okay? Because you have the potential, you know you can do it. You just have to, you know, work really hard for a couple of months. It is just a matter of months, and definitely you will pass the exam.
Actually, you know, nowadays it's not the bad people who destroy us. The thing is the social media, you know better. Like
Yes,
we are
yes, I
using like
understand.
the pros and cons of social media nowadays. So
Yes, for social media, okay, when you know we see anything that you know about any exam, whether it is FMG or NEET PG or anything, please avoid that, because sometimes the source of the news, it may be, you know, false, or it may be not entirely 100% true. Okay, only some part of it may be true. So you know, those things will just play with your mind, okay, and sometimes you may feel depressed, okay, that you know some exam is postponed or counseling is postponed or anything, and you are under a lot of pressure that your time is wasted, you don't have anything to do. So guys, please avoid everything while preparing. Just avoid social media for a couple of months, anything, Facebook or whatever it may be, where you get all these things, and just focus. God is with you, and then you know, whenever on whatever year or month or day your exam is, you will get to write it, and sooner or later you will have the result.
okay, Dr. Aasim Husain, like this is a good advice from you to our viewers, and especially me who like going to write my FMG like on the 2023, and which was next. So better I believe in myself that I will clear the FMG.
Yeah.
So let's hope for the best. And thank you so much for joining this conversation with me. And I hope that the viewers who are watching this video can learn some points from you, and they can apply in their life, and hopefully that will get to a positive result in their lives. So thank you so
I
much,
hope so.
and I hope that you may crack PG with the flying colors, and you may get the rank whatever you want, and whatever branch you need in your future life. You may get like a good surgeon, good cardiologist. So thank you so much, Dr. Aasim Husain. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
So guys, here is end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this interview with Dr. Aasim Husain, and I will going to name this interview as the Success Minors episode 1 with Dr. Aasim Husain. Will be followed by many of our seniors, doctors and all. So it will be the great opportunity to share with you guys, and डोंट फॉरगेट टू हिट द लाइक बटन. अगर चैनल पे आप नए हो तो चैनल को जरूर सब्सक्राइब करके जाएं, एंड तब तक के लिए पीस आउट, बाय बाय. अपना और अपना का ख्याल रखें.